Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I was going to do a podcast, but I told you the laptop doesn't work, so we hooked it up to Shayna's notebook, and that was working for a time being, but now it's not. So therefore, I will do a video since the video is working. Anyhow, I want to talk to you guys today about a subject. I'm sure I've talked about it before, but I just want to talk about this because we are in dire need of these kind of people in the world today. And there's too many people who think they are, and they are missing the mark. And actually they're causing trouble and they are something else. Let me just read. It is Matthew 5:9. It says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God." In a world of no peace, in a world of unrest and all kinds of issues right now, we are in dire need of peacemakers. What is a peacemaker? Well, what you probably think a peacemaker is somebody who makes peace. See, that is possible, but it's not actually the facts. The facts is a peacemaker is somebody who brings true peace, not temporary peace. See, that's a peacekeeper. A peacekeeper would go to, if two people are fighting, let's just say Mutt and Jeff are fighting, they would go to Mutt and say, listen, you're right, but just give Jeff a break, and that's fine. I'll stand up for you, it'll be good. And then they go to Jeff, or Mutt, whoever I just wasn't talking to, and say, oh, you're right, and he's wrong, but it's okay, you're right, just hang in there. See, that's peacekeeping. See, a peacemaker is look at the situation, figure out what's wrong, and go to each party and call them out on what is wrong with them, what is their part, let them see or make them see their part, and bring them to resolution. See, that's true peace. See, in just one thing right now, in Black Lives Matter and in this whole racial injustice, there are pastors who are saying, yeah, I'm just going to picket and riot or just protest. I'm going to stand in protest for this side here, for the Black Lives Matter side, while going against the police. So, anyhow, that's not good, because here's the deal. See, if it was innocent people that were being shot or whatever, people who weren't committing crimes or trying to run from the police, whether it be black or white or green or yellow, color doesn't even matter at this point. If those people were completely innocent, then it would be more acceptable to just go to the police and say, listen, you guys are out of control. But since the police are, in some cases, out of control, and the other side, in some cases, is innocent, or not innocent, we have to go to both sides. See, you can't say down with this side when this side is lawless. See, if there's two lawless sides, you can't pick a side. You have to be the truth bringer. You have to be the peacemaker. You have to give both sides exactly what they need to hear. See, there's too many people taking sides. There's too many people saying the police are right, or the Black Lives Matter people are right, or the Democrats are right, or the Republicans are right. I'm going to tell you all four of what I just named are completely wrong. Completely wrong. See, you're not justified to kill somebody because they're trying to get away. But then again, you're not supposed to try to get away when you're told not to by law and authority. And just because somebody is a part of a Democratic Party does not mean that they're completely wrong. See, we can't just pull out what other people are doing and just call out the other person. We have to search inside for what our part is. and then do the best that we can to make sure that our part is right. Will that resolve every issue? No, there are certain people who just cannot resolve their issues. There are certain people who live in so much dysfunction and have been so accustomed to not being accountable for anything that they just will never be accountable. When it comes to social injustice, we are to follow the biblical pattern, the Jesus pattern. See, the Jesus pattern was this. I said this before in another video. There was an innocent man who was arrested. Innocent, completely innocent, never did anything wrong. And one of his friends decided to protest or riot or picket and choose violence and cut one of the ears off of those who were doing him an injustice. Well, you know I'm talking about Jesus. Jesus rebuked Peter, and then he healed the guy that he cut the ear off. And he told Peter, live by the sword, die by the sword. I said this, I think, in the video yesterday. I don't even know. But this is a pattern that's sticking in my mind. See, every single disciple that was killed was an innocent person. They were killed for just because they were speaking about Jesus. That's injustice. But see, Jesus never told us to go killing people or burning down the government or any of those things. So if you're a kingdom person, because this is who my videos are addressed to, kingdom people. If you're a disciple of Jesus, you follow kingdom rules first. See, the world's rules apply when they don't go against the kingdom rules. But see, when they oppose the kingdom rules, then we're supposed to follow kingdom rules. We're always following kingdom rules, but the worldly rules, if they line up, we follow them. See, that's what a peacemaker is. Finding the kingdom rules and the worldly rules that apply to bring peace and resolution to the situations. Situations are getting worse. The world is getting worse, and we need peacemakers. So if you're choosing sides and throwing stones at one side or defending lawless people, whether it would be law enforcement, Black Lives Matter, Republicans, Democrats, you name it, if you are defending, I'll say it one more time, if you are defending lawless people, you are wrong. You're not a peacemaker. Actually, you are a troublemaker. You are stirring the pot. You are not for peace, you are against it. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. So if you're against peace, you're against Jesus. This applies to believers. I'm not saying to people who don't believe in Jesus, you've already made your choice. Anyhow, that's my video for today. So are you a peacemaker? Are you willing to tell both sides what they're doing wrong? Because here's the difference between a peacemaker and a peacekeeper. Being a peacemaker will cost you something because you have to speak out. You have to confront both sides. Being a peacekeeper is like a brown noser. It doesn't cost you anything. You just go from one side to the other and you manipulate. It's actually witchcraft. Peacekeepers, it'll cost you something. But in the end, it says, blessed are the peacekeepers, for they will be called sons of God. All right, guys, be a peacekeeper. We need peacekeepers. If you're willing to be a peacekeeper, raise your hand. All right. Peace out. That's my video. Hopefully I'll get this podcast stuff figured out. All right, guys. Have a good one.